This segment of CoastLife is sponsored by Beebe Healthcare.
Well, when it comes to saving lives, there are situations where you actually could be the first responder on a scene, especially if you are CPR trained or CPR certified. And this week is CPR week. It's a good week to talk about this. We've got Corey Kennedy, the training center coordinator, joining us on the CoastLife couch today. And Corey, you've been with us before. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
And we are talking about CPR week. What makes this week so important, but really CPR in general, obviously?
So I think it's a great opportunity to get the word out that it is National CPR AED Awareness Week and the importance of learning how to save a life. We've had the opportunity to have many people come to the hospital to learn, what cardiopulmonary resuscitation is, so CPR. Somebody's heart is not beating appropriately, we need to kind of get a reset. So how we can teach people, and it doesn't matter if you're 10 years old, if you're 90 years old, we all play a part in helping out in those situations.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually at a concert not that long ago where an attendee, she was having an allergic reaction, she collapsed, she was starting to seize up, she couldn't breathe, and so somebody, a bystander, did jump in and start CPR. Yep. And it's one of those, I myself don't know how to do it, so I felt paralyzed. You're like, I don't know what to do, I just call for help,
But that's one of the links in that chain of survival. So the crazy thing is, about 70% of all out-of-hospital cardiac arrests occur in a home. So if you think about, being at home, being at a neighbor's house, July 4th is popping up, so being at a barbecue and something happens, do you know what to do? Because about 40% of those situations, nobody jumps in to help.
So you guys do offer classes and training on how to become CPR certified. How would somebody who's interested sign up for those?
So we offer certification classes. We also offer free friends and family CPR classes. We can go to our Beebe Healthcare website and sign up. There's a link. You can do it right online, so it doesn't matter 2 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to make a phone call or send an email. Everything will be taken care of. It's 3 hours. Hopefully you never need to use the skills that you're learning, but in the event that you did, you would then feel way more comfortable and confident. We're learning adult, child, and infant CPR, AED use, so then they talk you through all of the different steps that are involved, which is great. So again, another kind of link in that chain of survival. And then we also learn about choking. So, a huge thing, especially with small children and infants. So we're learning multiple steps, multiple things that we can do to really increase our chances of survival. You can go to our website, you can sign up. We have 2 classes this coming week. So we've got June 10th and June 14th. So we offer Tuesday evening, Saturday morning, hopefully make it a little bit easy and accommodating for, all people around.
Yeah, I love that. Now I know back in middle school for me was when I was first ever CPR trained, introduced to it, and I think they were just starting to change that mouth-to-mouth rule. Yes. So what does CPR look like now? Do you need to do mouth-to-mouth? Is it just the chest compressions?
So big thing is hands-only CPR, because people were very hesitant to put their mouth on somebody else's mouth that they didn't know. Maybe we took a step back, we really didn't want to get involved. So just doing great compressions is really going to help to get that oxygenated blood throughout the patient's body. So doing great compressions is what we're going to teach you mostly in your CPR class.
Fantastic. Well, speaking of, we have our demonstration right here for us. So Corey, do you mind kind of walking us through what those chest compressions look like?
Absolutely. So in your head, I want you to think, because people always, they get sidetracked, I want you to think of a song. There's lots of different songs out there that you can think in your head so that you can get, we call it a metronome, where you're getting that really consistent beat. So you want 100 to 120 beats per minute.
Okay.
So which is kind of a lot.
Yeah. I'm already getting nervous.
I was going to say, I hope you put deodorant on today. So you're going to go to the center of their chest, and you're going to be pressing down with the heel of your hand really hard, about 2 inches into the chest. So I'm going to just demonstrate for you.
Yeah, please.
So if you come right here, you want your elbows nice and locked. Give it a go.
Great.
Great job.
How's that?
Excellent. Are you tired yet?
A little bit, yeah. So how long would you normally do that for? I mean, does that vary case to case? Is there?
So I hate to say it.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing compressions until help arrives. The great thing is, you know, if you have other people that are standing around, you can ask for help. A lot of other people will hopefully have taken our classes at Beebe Healthcare. So they will have the wherewithal to be able to jump in and do great compressions, to get the AED, to call 911, so we can get that patient great care. We're very fortunate in Sussex County that we have amazing EMS. So we have, you know, our ambulance, our paramedics who also will be responding. And I always tell people in these classes, if you're doing great compressions and somebody from EMS arrives and they tell you to keep going because you're thinking, oh, my job is done, it means you're doing a great job. So pat yourself on the back when you get home later.
All right. Well, Corey, thank you so much for coming in and giving us a little demonstration. But one more time, remind us where people can go to sign up for these classes if they are interested in getting trained up.
Yep. So if you go to Beebe Healthcare's website, you can search for CPR, sign up for one of our classes on June 10th or June 14th, and join our nation of lifesavers.
Get trained up, and we'll give you a minute to do that. So, Corey, thank you so much for coming in again.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Coming up on CoastLife, though, we know that this community is so good at giving back to amazing causes. We've got another one for you when we get back.